This is totally stupid. I mean, would you really want the headmaster of your child's school to resign under these circumstances, or if they got a speeding fine for doing 45 in a 30-mile area? No, it's totally out of proportion. The sort of world where people have to quit their jobs over this sort of thing is not a world that any of us should want to be part of. How we've got here.
Yeah, does it not make a difference that he seemed to have set those parameters, having said so vehemently that if there was a fixed penalty notice given to Boris Johnson or Rishi Sunak, then they ought to resign? He set the bar this high. He now has to jump over it because he put it there.
Yes, yes, he's stuck, but it's stupid. It really is. I mean, there is no way in which this should be. I mean, his colleagues should have taken a more rational view of what went on in Downing Street. I mean, it's a much more serious set of allegations against the Prime Minister. A lot more occasions, a lot more involved. There's no way in which Keir Starmer should have been so hard on Rishi Sunak, who merely dropped into something that he didn't know was happening. By going against Rishi Sunak for that, he set the bar really high, and now he may fail that test. But it's stupid. We shouldn't be doing it.
I'm just checking my notes that you are actually a Conservative peer, saying that, the allegations against Boris Johnson are more serious.
Absolutely they are. I mean, they're much more extensive, and they're much more deliberate, and they're much more organised and to my mind, clear. I personally still don't think it's a resigning matter, but there is a measure of difference between the two.
Not a reminder, though, whether it's Boris Johnson's case or Keir Starmer's case, that neither of these highly evolved political animals would have taken the risk that they've taken, cake, biryani, if they knew it would lead to their political ruin. It reminds us all of how incredibly difficult it was to interpret complicated laws in real time, in real world scenarios. And actually, a lot of us broke those rules, sometimes inadvertently.
And what it's like operating under pressure in the middle of a storm like that. I mean, it is really, really hard. We should not be setting this sort of bar for the Prime Minister or for Sir Keir. It doesn't lead to a pleasant society if those are the standards you set generally. We should be more forgiving, more understanding of how people react when they are in the sort of circumstances which those two have been under.